it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 30. Hip, hip, hip. Don't be scared.
Tannehill on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
For Khalif Raymond.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. First look now for Darrington Evans. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. This is out quickly to the right. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Hey, look 3, look 3. On your team. Tight right.
Now Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
37-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Derrick Henry, you may remember last year against Houston in the season finale, 211 yards rushing. One of only 2 200-yard games in the NFL last year. And not only that, but that game won him the rushing title because Nick Chubb was the leader, but he struggled in the final week against the Bengals. And then up from behind came Henry. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
It's 4th down.
And last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern on to punt for Tennessee. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
And the Texans 1st down.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. First and goal from just inside the 5. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
The tackle.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Trying to run it in. Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. David Johnson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
6-yard line.
Sacked there by Whitney Merciless, and sometimes he gets overlooked on this Houston defense with J.J. Watt on that side of the ball. But remember, he was a first-round pick for this Texans team back in 2012, and in 2019 led the team with 7.5 sacks and 4 forced fumbles.
Tannehill getting it out quickly to Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6-0 our score after one.
First quarter with the score Texans 6, Titans nothing.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. False start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. A shotgun snap for Watson. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball. You
got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Khalif Raymond now. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
'Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a give to Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Tannehill throwing complete to Davis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry. To
the air again, Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Tannehill throwing again. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Texans 13, Titans 7.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Screen play, Johnson. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down, Houston.
On 1st down, Watson lets it fly deep for Cobb. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd down.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
Watson's pass.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. first down carry here for Johnson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Now it's Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Tannehill's pass.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
Derrick Henry. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
The ball carrier.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
That's a gain of 8.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Switch. Banjo. At 58 is the mic.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go to Johnson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Intercepted. Sets up a 1st down and goal at the 8-yard line.
The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. That's complete right around the 8. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
A 6-yard pickup.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Check.
Here's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
No gain on the
defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They snap it to Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. from the end zone. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now it's Henry, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Henry, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Titans 28, Texans 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Watson looks to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Houston.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Jack Crawford in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the sack on 1st down, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on a turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Tannehill going to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Henry. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter.